Oh, I got you. No problem. Welcome back. Welcome back to another star-studded episode of the Chatterbox with King Jacob. I am your boy King Jacob, and this is a special edition of Music Mondays. So tonight, we have a new representative of the music genre. All the way from Boston, Mass. Boston, Massachusetts. So all the way from Celtic country. You know what I mean? So none other than the Arabian Queen. So
Hey.
what's happening? What's happening?
Oh, nothing, just chilling.
Okay. So for people who don't know you, I'm gonna go ahead and let you talk to the audience, introduce yourself, and just tell them a little bit about you.
Okay. So my name's Arabian Queen. I'm an R&B artist as well as modeling. Um, I'm a single mom, so I'm really pursuing this, like my whole dream and everything. And, shout out to everybody that's watching me right now.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. So shout out to my man Guy Legacy for from Boston, Mass for plugging this interview and just giving these artists a chance to be on different platforms from all across the country. You know,
hmm
um, and so this platform is in South Carolina and she's in Boston. So it's a whole lot of networking that's been going on for some
I
years with Guy Legacy. So I want to just shout him out. So tell me about you finally getting to pursue your dreams. And just tell me about where it got started at, as far as your parents recognizing you have talent, people just around you recognize that you're a talented individual.
Yeah, so originally it started when I was 6. I was into dance, actressing, singing. I was playing the piano already at that age, and I was like constantly doing shows and everything like that. And when I was doing that, like at that young age, now we talking back in like 95, 96. You know what I'm saying? So I fell in love with it. I fell in love with being on stage. I fell in love with just spreading joy, positivity, all of that. I just loved it, like the whole aspect of it, being like on stage in front of people and everything like that. Getting dressed up, hair, makeup, all that. And um and I wanted to like really pursue it like so much at a young age. I used to like beg my dad. I'm like, Dad, can I do this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love doing this. And I remember him telling me, he was like, no, like you're too young, this, that. I'm like, dang, so but as I got older and everything like that, I had a hard life and everything in between time and everything for like about a good 10 years. It took me a long time to really establish myself because I went through a lot of struggle too. So
Right.
like going forward, just within like about the last 4.5, 5 years, I was really established with my life. And I was just sitting there like I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I was just like, you know what? Let me pursue something that I wanted to do back then when I was 6. So I was just like, one random day, I was just like, yo, let me do this. You know what I'm saying? Let me start
Right.
off
Right.
with some photo shoots, and I've been writing since I was about, I want to say since I was about like 12, 13, I was writing. I used to write a lot, and even throughout the years, but throughout the years, I
So
lost a few of my lyrics.
so what we're gonna do, it's a little choppy. So me and you both are gonna go out and come back in because I'm getting a little feedback. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great, 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 great. So it sounds a lot better. Sounds a lot better.
Okay.
All right. So you pursued your dream at 6 years old. And so what happened in between that time? So how did you lose touch with your craft for a while?
Um, we'll say that again. Hold on.
How did you lose touch with your craft for a while there?
Oh,
Because
okay.
there was a break in between, and you kind of lost touch, and now you're back
Yeah.
reinventing yourself, rebranding yourself. And so, how did you lose that touch?
Yeah. So, when I lost that touch, honestly, it was because at the time, so my dad was like, strict. I'm his first daughter, so so like I was like, I want to go on and do that, and he was just like, no, like this, that. So I never really thought like that I could do it because my dad kind of was like, strict back in the days and stuff. You know how that goes. So
Hmm.
I was just like, okay, so I never really thought about it, but always like in the cut, like it could be anything. I could just be sitting there and like folding laundry, and I could just sit there and start writing, or whatever the case may be. And it was like little, it was like on and off, on and off. I would sing, and people used to tell me, "Oh, you should sing, you should sing, you should go to a studio." Like as time went on, and then I had kids, and then I was in relationships, and then I went through a struggle, and and then I wasn't I didn't really financially was that great in order for me to really do music like that and go to studios and everything. But I'm going forward now with that I became established with everything and made it out the struggle. Now I'm back. Now I'm really, but I'm back on a level where it's consistent now. Like there's nothing that's going to stop me from pursuing this now. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay. So, what is the main focus? Your modeling career or music?
It's music. Cause I love to sing, I love to perform, I love to be on stage, I love to get lit, I love to get everybody get lit with me. I love to be on stage, get pretty, and what I'm saying, just do my thing. I love to sing.
Okay, okay, okay. And so,
Yeah.
as far as you've been back in it for a strong 6 months, so you've rebranded yourself and you've networked around your metropolitan area. And so, what
hmm
is the music scene like in Boston?
The music scene.
Yes.
Okay, so far, I mean, I've only been in one event where I actually performed and everything, and I didn't know nobody from a hole in the wall. So when I performed, and then after I performed, like everybody came to me. They came up to me. They're introducing themselves to me and all that, and networking and meeting people and exchanging numbers, Instagrams, all that. It was pretty live. Like it was popping.
So, I'm asking you if I were to come to Boston and do a music showcase where I had the radio station come out, some magazine owners, studio owners, some DJs, and I gave away studio time, a
hmm
mixtape placement, a blog placement, magazine write up, and just something that to set the city on fire. Do you think I could make that happen in Boston?
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay,
Yeah, I could
okay,
see
okay,
that.
okay. Okay, all right. So,
Yeah.
um, time went on, and so you're an R&B artist, so a lot of
Yeah.
songs are from the heart. A lot of songs
hmm
are from the mental capacity, from the emotional presence, from what you went through spiritually during the relationship. So, how is your penmanship when it comes to you writing, and what type of place do you write from? Do you write from a destination of what you went through, or what someone else went through, or is something that you've been thinking about that happened to you some years ago and you never been able to get it off your chest? And so, what place do you write from?
So I write from literally. maybe a couple songs that I wrote, but I'm a songwriter too. So there's some songs that I wrote that I know like a lot of women and men that could relate to it. But mainly most of my songs, because I got about 13 other songs coming on the way. That comes from the heart. That came from my struggle. That came from literally everything I experienced in my life. You know, from relationships to, you know, like literally everything, like being a single mother, you know, throwing a lot of positivity in my music because I feel like every song that you write is a legitimate message. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
it's all authentic. It's real, you know?
right. So, with you being a single mother and you having this career nowadays, you in the music industry, you're a singer, you're a songwriter, you got
Yeah.
people checking for you now.
Yeah.
So, so with that being said, how do you balance it? Like, what is your place of balance that has been working for you?
So I'll be honest, it's got its moments where it gets frustrating sometimes, you know what I mean? It gets hard. I'm not gonna say that it's easy, but it's definitely hard. It has its moments and stuff. So being able to balance this on my own, um, luckily, like when it comes down to certain like a music video, or if I had to go out somewhere and do like an event real quick, or if I had to do um radio stations and stuff like that. Like I have like very little support system. You know what I mean? When it comes to my kids, when I know that certain things that my kids can't be part of, you know. But it has its struggles, I'll be honest. Like it's not easy. But being able to build that foundation, um, to have that like that support system helps.
Okay. Okay. And
Yeah.
so now let's talk about let's tap into your name, because
Yeah.
people gonna wanna know. Arabian Queen. So where did this name come from? Like what's going on with the name? And how have you been able to brand the name?
Yeah, so obviously my stage name's Arabian Queen. Originally, I'll be honest, I wanted my stage name to be genuine because I know deep down I'm a genuine person and I rock that word itself like with realness, you know what I mean? So I can't even explain it. Um but when I came across somebody who ended up in time being my mentor, he shout out to him. He's from Cambridge and everything, at the hip hop industries and everything. Um, he thought that it would be best that if I changed from genuine to something else. So he felt, because I'm literally doing everything by myself, and he gets this like energy that I have, like that queen energy, like that boss energy, and like my looks is exotic. And when I told him what my nationality was, he was like, "Oh yeah, nah, definitely Arabian Queen. That's gonna fit you." But he gave me 8 other names to pick from that pertains to Queen or Arabian or something like that. So the one thing that stood out to me out of the 8 names that he gave me, um, was Arabian Queen. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm sticking with that."
Okay, so what is your nationality? That's
It's
that's
Cape,
that's a
yeah,
say
it's
again.
Cape Verdean and Arabian.
Okay. So that's interesting that you can touch the international market. And
Hmm.
so, are you still in contact with your peoples from back home, or overseas and whatnot?
Um, I am. I am. I
That's
have family
great.
from overseas. Yeah.
Okay. So, with you having that basis where you can touch the international market, I think that definitely can work in your favor because you'll be able to touch the domestic market and the foreign market. And
Hmm.
so, with that being said, you should definitely use that to your advantage.
Oh
And
yeah, for
so,
sure.
right. So when people hear your name and you introduce yourself as the Arabian Queen, so what are some of their responses are what are the conversations that you have with a fan base or people in the music business, people in the modeling world? Like what are some of the conversations?
When I meet other artists and everything, like, see, I haven't really been to a lot of events lately, but when I did, recently, when I introduced myself as Arabian Queen, they're like, "What, for real?" They're like, "That's your name? That's your stage name?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my stage name. I'm an R&B artist, model, all that good thing." They're like, "Wow, that's what's up." Like, they're like, "Okay, then, like, we could do something together too." I'm like, "Of course." Like, some people want me to collab with them on their music, and I'm like, "Absolutely." You know.
Hmm.
So that's
Hmm.
that's what the talk really be about. It's like me collabing with them. They're like, "Oh, you got work? Like, what kind of, like, you got, like, your link? Can I hear your music?" And I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely." And then right off
Right,
rip, they're like, "Yeah, let me have you on a verse on my songs." I was like, "I got you."
right. And so, with that being said, what type of artists are you open to work with, and what type of artists that you won't work with?
That's a good question. I mean, honestly, I would work with anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very creative. I feel out what people's styles and swag are when it comes to their music, their style, clothes, anything. It could be anything. I don't. I mean, I don't got anybody in mind that I say I couldn't work with. But going future wise, I think I would work with anybody, any artist. But I can't think of at the top of my head right now.
Okay. So
Yeah.
the reason why I ask you that, and I tell artists this all the time, um, every artist that may want to do a track with you may not m- match good with your brand in the direction that your brand is going in. And
Mhm.
so that's why I asked you that, because you gotta protect your brand like you protect your birthright.
Right.
You because your brand is going to be the legacy that people remember you by, especially
Right.
in the music business. And so,
Absolutely.
upon a R&B person or R&B, you're R&B female artist working with a hip hop artist or what. But sometimes I feel like artists really got to study and listen to what they're saying on their records or on their tracks and see if it would fit well, you know,
Right.
on
Right.
the
Yeah. No,
direction where they're
that's
trying to get in. And cause sometimes doing a collab, it can hurt your target market audience. They be like, I don't know if she should have did that with him, or like
yeah.
this is
Not.
way out there. So
Yeah.
you gotta protect your fan base like you protect your brand as well.
Right. Right. No, that's for sure because but like I said, that's why I got a mentor because I don't know, you know what I mean, a lot of things. Like, I'm new to this, so that's why my mentor from Cambridge, like, he that's why I have him. Like, he guides me through everything. Like, I ask him questions, I open up to him, like, should I do this, should I do that? Like, he puts me in the right direction with a lot of things, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Okay. Great. So as
mhm.
far as your music that you have coming out, do
Yeah.
you what is your hit single?
So my new single that I just put out is called Fantasy. The single prior to that is Faithful. I just put out the trailer to the music video. It's out there. So it's like a little teaser kind of, but really I'm gonna put the music video out there for that song Faithful this coming weekend.
Okay then. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
So tell me about the first single and tell me about the structure of it, the creativity of it, and how
Yeah.
you came up with it, and the stages of it, from the beginning to the end, and once you listen to it, once it was mastered and everything, and once you heard it, how did it make you feel about the song and about you yourself as an artist?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first song Faithful, that came out of me. That came, like, I put it together in my mind. Like, I like be giving myself, like I'll just have lyrics pop up in my head. So I'm just like, every time that you come through, and I'm like, okay, let me write this down. Like, I can see where I'm gonna go with just one, two sentences. You know what I'm saying? So I just start
Hmm.
writing and writing and writing and writing. And then I'll go over the song, and I'm just like, ooh, that sounds so dope. And then, but then it also talks about me too. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm different. You know what I mean? So like, I got that on there too as a lyric. There's no other like me. Like, like I just put so much together, and I was
Right.
just being real creative with it. Yeah. Um, so when I actually went to the studio, for the first time in a long time, I was nervous. I'll be honest with you. Um, and as soon as the engineer he put the instrumental on, and I started singing behind that microphone, and that's where it was like I was in my own zone, and just hearing me sing into the headphones and everything behind the mic, I was just like, damn, man. I was like, yeah, there's no going back. Like, there's no going back. That song made me
Okay.
feel really good, for real.
Okay. So the message in the song.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about it from the message you wanted the males to get and the message that you wanted the females to get, and how you wanted men to understand where females come from a lot of times, but we don't understand. So the message about faithful in that
Hmm.
song that you wanted to give off to males, what was that direct message that you wanted males to get?
I'm basically that I'm all for you, that there's really no other vibe like mine type of thing. So it's more so like that. And I know a lot of ladies can relate to that too. So that's really the main message, is that I'm different. I'm not going to hurt your heart type of thing. Like, I'm here. You know what I mean? So basically, what this song really talks about is, this so-called pretend male friend or whatever, that I know so much about him, his history, his heartbreaks, all the way down to himself. You know what I'm saying? And I've been that close, like homie for so long, and seeing all his broken, relationships and stuff like that. And I just be seeing him like heartbroken all the time. And it's like, I'm right here, man. I'm a real one. Like, let me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So let's talk about that. Let's let's
yeah.
let's actually talk about, you've been cool with somebody for a long time, you've been rocking with them, and the friendship is really, really solid. But you see this person go through this, that, other, and the third, and you see them go through this emotional roller coaster where
Hmm.
the barrier of the heart and of the soul is constantly broken, right? And
Hmm.
so,
Yeah.
um, but their friendship is solid. So, what boundaries do you cross, or do people ever think about if they cross them boundaries, the friendship may not be as solid as it was before? What do you feel
Right.
about that?
Yeah. I mean, dang, it's hard for me to answer that.
Mm.
um, but I mean, dang, I don't know how to answer that. um,
Something to think about, right?
yeah, it's something to think about. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that.
Okay,
But
okay, it's cool, but it's just something to think about, just some, like, especially when you being a writer, and you being a writer of an emotional intellect when you're writing, because
hmm
a lot of times, even though you're in a heartbreak moment, you got to write from a place where your emotional presence still provides off intellect. You know what I mean? So, with
right.
that being said, from an emotional standpoint of view, and from where you're writing at, through all the pain and the drama and the hurt and the turmoil you went through, what still makes you tick?
My vibe. Yeah, definitely my vibe, my energy.
And so you say your vibe and your energy. Um,
hmm
what does that mean to you as far as when you're meeting people, when the way a person conducts themselves, um, if a person is family oriented, or You know, if you feel like you can take them around, your people's like so. How does the vibe play a great inspiration on how you live everyday life?
Yeah. So as far as that, like it would be my positivity. Like I spread the positivity. Like I bring that light into everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like being able to do that, I feel that's where it would lead into all that you just said.
Hmm.
Yeah. Definitely
Okay,
I'm a very positive person. That's a fact.
that's great. That's great. And so,
Mhm.
how do you feel that with you being an R&B singer and you being classy and you really stepping out in the forefront, and how do you feel that other women will receive you, as this new R&B superstar coming out of Boston, Mass, and it's like you
Mhm.
coming out of nowhere, and they like, what the world? Who is this man? Blase da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, what's good? Like, like so. How you think they're gonna receive you, and how would you receive the what we say the left field comments?
Yeah. See, the thing about me is I'm such a positive person. I don't acknowledge the negativity. You know what I'm saying? But there has been females that literally tell me like, "Oh my God, you're pretty. Like your hair, your lashes." It's like every day. It's like all the time. Even when I'm at work, it's the same thing. Like, and I reciprocate from that. You know what I'm saying? I give it right back to them. I'm like, "Oh, you're pretty too, girl." Like, you know.
Right, 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 right. So I'm asking you this because I've been in this business for quite a while, and I
Yeah.
know when a person starts shining, they starting to glow, and they start going up, up. You know,
Yeah.
it comes, and so we have to be able to deal with the backlash, even though you say you don't welcome it, that you don't
Yeah.
feed into it. There's something
Yeah.
that they have music blogs and music tabloids and all the above. So it's some questions that you're going to have to answer because people going to want to, you know, interviewers and you the interviewee, they're going to be
Right.
like, so sister, what's good? And this is what's been on the street. So
Right.
since I have you here, let me get this fresh tea from you. You know what I mean? I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like that's just how it go, man. Like when people start sipping that tea, you listen,
For
they
real.
they really want to sip. So that's all the above. So that Boston, that New England metropolitan area, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Boston, and you got certain parts of Boston like Roxbury and a few other parts, and so and even in New Hampshire, you know what I'm saying? And so
Hmm.
are you willing to tap into all those markets?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I know it'd be a lot of shows in Connecticut as well. A lot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like Bridgeport, New Haven, like all the above. So and even in, Providence, Rhode Island, and so and then you have a different type of fan base in New Hampshire, where you had like New Hampshire University. You have it's a few small places there, but it's most of a college town. So
Hmm.
um and a lot of people don't mention the New England area when it comes to music, but that whole area, is high end on music, whether it's country, rock, jazz, blues, hip hop, R&B. It's still a lane for you. And so
Right.
with that lane, are you tapping into these lanes by yourself, or are you seeking management?
Right now I'm independent. So I'm
I'm,
doing this
I'm
all by myself. Yeah.
baby, listen. Mm. This music business, trust and believe me when I tell you this, it definitely takes a team. It definitely
Yeah.
takes
No,
a
yeah.
team.
You gotta build that. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. So even with you going and building, just like Guy Legacy, he cool with a lot of people. He know a lot of
Mhm.
plugs, and so he'll be one that I would say that he can definitely plug you with DJs. He can plug you with club owners and
Oh yeah.
bloggers and stuff like that. There, so and cause he used to spit heavy, and he understand the business side, and so he would be
Mhm.
a perfect person to start a management company if you don't already have one. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think he would do very, very well. I've been
Mhm.
knowing him for a long time, for some years. So, and
Yeah.
so you definitely gonna need somebody out there rocking with you in these streets. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because these streets are pure beast mode,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to navigating your music in the streets. So,
Yeah. No,
you
definitely.
definitely need that. So, tell me about this new video.
So this new music video is actually towards that song "Faithful," and I did it about a week ago, a week and a half ago, about. So it's gonna be getting dropped this weekend.
Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. So what type of scenes that could we expect?
So there's definitely a pool scenery. There's the outside of the hotel scenery. I'm in the car. I had a nice little foreign car from our music video just for the day.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
And
So,
then just me being me, really.
right. So have you put yourself out there to do anniversary parties, weddings, and all type of, like, it's so many ways you can make money with you being a
Yeah.
singer. So, I would tell you definitely put yourself out there with some weddings, anniversary parties, birthdays. So, get you.
Hmm.
We'll talk off air. I'm gonna
Okay.
put you up on some game. Yeah, I'm gonna put you up on some games. So, we'll definitely talk off
Okay.
air. But yeah. So I'm anticipating the the video, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how creative your mind is. That
Hmm.
can the creativity of your mind that embrace your vocals when it comes to a visual aspect. So I'm definitely
Absolutely.
looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
And I do have, I think it's WDBR or W in Boston, but I had to look it up. But I have a homegirl
Okay.
out in Boston. Shout out to Snake Charmer Treese. You know what I mean? My girl out there been a personality for quite some time. So I'll definitely plug you in with her as well. She's a heavy hit out there in the Boston area. So, then I have my homegirl Tyler Andre, which is another heavy hit in Boston. So, I got a
Hmm.
few of those plugs out there, you know what I mean? So just from networking. So I definitely, plug you in with some folks out there and whatnot. So
Okay.
there's a few artists out there. So R&B artist out there by the name of Ray Neal that's super dope. You know what I mean? Ray used to live out here in South Carolina, but he's originally from Boston and he moved back. So, but he's super dope, super R&B cat, super dope R&B cat. So,
Hmm.
and also, are you tapping back into the modeling as well?
To do what?
Are you tapping back into becoming a model as well?
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So you have any up and coming fashion shows that you're going to be attending?
Not yet, but there is someone that did reach out to me yesterday in regards to their clothing line. So actually, I just did a photo shoot last weekend for someone's clothing line, and I'm actually rocking the clothing line right now. It's Van Ellen. Shout out to Brandon Grimes.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hmm.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So seems like you might be becoming a brand ambassador here soon, huh?
Hmm. Yeah.
That's big. That's big. That's big.
Yeah.
So, if you can represent a brand and
Hmm.
they got you shooting commercials for the brand and stuff, like that's
Yeah.
gonna hit like wildfire. So
Hmm.
that's what's up. So Um, the full length project. When when are you dropping a full length project?
Like a full album.
Like a full LP album? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm thinking by like the end of next year.
Okay. So right now, this is an EP.
Yeah, this is just little singles, you know what I mean, coming out slowly, little very I'm just taking my time.
Okay. So I think you should drop. You got a few singles coming out, so you should
Mhm.
drop a next. You should drop a maybe a 5 song EP. With 5 visuals, and then
Mhm.
you get that time to circulate, and then next year you come out with your LP or your album. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
yeah. So the so we gonna shout the videographer out as well. And can you give us the name of the videographer and where we can really look him up at? Because we want to see some of his work as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So my videographer's name is Smooth. You could check him out on Instagram. He's also on my Facebook as well. Um, darn, I can't pronounce his first name on Facebook, but it's Smooth on Instagram.
Okay. So we
Mhm.
can get link to your Facebook page to find out who he is and whatnot. Correct?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, okay. And so, with that being said, any fe- any features coming up soon?
Um, well, since the summer's just starting, my mentor suggested me to be out there going to these events and coming across other artists and talk about that as well. So that's in process right now.
So, are you willing to travel to get your name out there?
Mhm.
Okay, then enough said. Say less.
Yes.
Yeah. Say less. That's all we got to say. Say less. So,
Yeah.
I definitely want to thank you for chopping it up with me tonight and coming and gracing your presence on the Chatterbox with King Jacob. So, for all the people that want to know to get in contact with you, want to just follow your music and follow your movement, where can they find
Mhm.
you at?
They could find me on Facebook. I got a musician and modeling page. It's Arabian Queen. It's all in one word. I also have TikTok, Arabian Queen as well. I also have Instagram, Arabian Queen. And yeah, that's on my social
Okay.
media. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Great. So, you have a website coming soon.
I'm sorry.
Have a website that's coming soon.
That's in time though, because I'm thinking about a clothing line and everything like that. So that's all coming in time. Like I said, I just started, so everything
Okay.
is in the works
Okay.
right now.
Cool. No problem. No problem. So, it's good to have you on here tonight. And like I said, I just want to say shout out to God Legacy again for making that call. And I'll definitely be in touch. So until the next time, you stay safe, stay blessed, keep it moving, and I hope to see you at the Grammys one day for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely, and that's what I'm shooting for, and plus more. But
No
you
doubt, no
too,
doubt,
you
no
stay
doubt.
safe.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace and blessings.
All right, you too. Thank you.